Hi. Hey, what's up, you guys? How you doing, man? It's Joe D, and welcome to another Sunday morning coffee, or just morning coffee for December 22nd, Sunday, December 22nd, 2019. I thought it'd be kind of fun to jump on here again. It's kind of late, right? I'd like to normally do these things at least an hour and a half ago, but I thought it would still be kind of cool to do. So, hopefully the audio is okay. I'm still trying to get these little things worked out here with it. Um, I'm not. Let me see. Maybe if I move it to default, I can post a link in here. So if you want to jump in, you're more than welcome to. Hey, how you guys doing, man? So we got Neri in there, man. How you doing? Says hey. Let me know the audio is okay. We've got I don't know how you say your name. I'm sorry, but I put it on the screen. He says hi. Neri says audio is okay. Thank you, brother. Appreciate it. Um, so I'm going to start out by doing some things that I couldn't normally do on here. Got a new coffee maker. If I get a chance, I'll show you a picture of what that looked like. I put some cream in here. I got a new creamer this morning. I got one I've been getting from International Delight, but this one is French Toast Swirl. And let me tell you, man, they've been really I don't know how many guys like French toast. I like French toast. I don't necessarily love French toast, but I like it. You know what I'm saying? One of the things I can appreciate about what they did was they got that maple syrup part in with the butter. So there's a butter smell and like a little cinnamon smell in there. And I've already had a cup with this creamer, but man, is it delicious. Another thing that I could never do is now with my new coffee pot, I've got my new coffee maker. I've got this stainless steel double wall insulated carafe. It's been 2 hours since I brewed this pot, and it's still hot. Well, I would call it very warm now. Not necessarily, but I wouldn't take a big swallow of it. That's for sure. That's super quick. You know what I'm saying? There's not a lot of steam coming off of there, but it's still very warm. So I think that's damn good for being over 2.5 hours. You know, it's still, you could put your hand up here, still feel steam. And it's still very warm. I wouldn't call it hot, but dude, for not even, here it is. It's now I can have it right next to me. I can have a coffee show and still keep drinking coffee instead of having to leave and go get more coffee. So what do you think about that, Coach?
I love it. I love warm coffee. I'm driving back to the hotel room, and then I'll join you with some coffee from the hotel.
Awesome, brother. So are you working down there?
No, I came to pick up my son. He flew in from San Diego this morning.
So. Oh, awesome. Yeah, right on, man. Hey, we absolutely love our servicemen and women. They do amazing things. For those that don't know, Coach's son is in the service right now, and he coming down from all.
Yeah, that's my older son, so I appreciate you saying that. And you served. I appreciate your service. But the son I picked up this morning is my younger one, my 10-year-old.
But he just happens to be in San Diego.
Right. Well, he's with his mother down there, but yeah, he's here for the holidays.
Oh,
so I'm pretty excited. So yeah.
Hey, trust me, I absolutely. My kids are older. My youngest is 25, for example. I still love. They're your kids. I just had this conversation with my youngest. I'm like, I don't give a rip what happens, and even when I die, you're still my baby. You're still
that's right,
my little girl. I don't give a damn how many kids you have, how old you get. You're always my little girl. You know what I'm saying?
That's right. Oh yeah. So, but yeah, I'm driving to this hotel room, and then the lobby has a variety of coffee. So maybe when I get there, I'll rejoin and we'll pick a coffee out or something.
Yeah, right on, man. Good deal.
Cool. Well, I'll see you in a minute there, Joe.
Yeah, thanks for joining in. We'll see you in a
Yeah,
while.
thanks, buddy. I'll see you soon.
So Neri says he's having pizza at the moment. What kind of pizza? Is it that fish pizza, man? Are you having fish on your pizza? That and Neri also says, Coach! Oh, the beer guy's on here, man. Hey, good morning, Joe. Nothing like a 10:50 in the morning. Hey, you know what? It's 5 o'clock somewhere, and right now it's past 5 where Neri's at. He's in the same room, so you have full permission because you know it's after 5 o'clock. Hey, besides that, it's Sunday. It's Sunday. You know, on Sunday, you know, that's a during the week thing, right? On Sunday, you could drink all day, literally. As a matter of fact, people do. You go tailgating, you know, or you go to a bar, you're watching the games, you know what I'm saying? Boom. I mean, that's how it goes on Sunday, right? And so he says, but I love coffee. Yeah, so this is a Guatemalan blend right here. Not a blend. I get whole bean coffee. Probably 85% of the time. I have very minimal amounts of already ground coffee. I do get some because it is nice every once in a while. They have these different flavors they come up with and stuff. But I have very, very minimal amount of pre-ground coffee. I like to grind my own coffee. It's just that much more better, right? And the machine I got now, I've had my last, and Coach has seen, he's seen my last coffee maker. I finally retired it. You know, I didn't trash it or anything. I still have it, but I finally retired it. So we'll maybe bring it out of retirement, but I've had it 14 or 15 years. It's a grind and then it brews. And so of course that's what I replaced it with. I replaced it with the Breville grind and brew, and it's a phenomenal machine. It has a coffee bean hopper, and I forget how many ounces of coffee it holds, how many ounces of beans that it holds. But you just fill the hopper up with your beans, and you lock it in. And then you just set in there. It'll brew this will be the biggest cup. It'll brew an individual cup up to 20 ounces. This is a 20-ounce cup. Go Rams, even though that was a tough loss last night. Oh my God. That was a tough loss. I don't know how. Our safety just blew it at the end. I don't know how he gave up such a big play like that. The guy literally could have, I forget who it is that caught that ball from San Francisco, but he you know, it was unbelievable. They blew that play that bad. He was wide open. But tough loss for the Rams. So we're out. There's no way we can get in now. We're legitimately knocked out. And since you know the Niners are in the same division, I'll be rooting for them now. Not that hard because I hate the Niners, but you know you kind of want to see someone from your own division represent well. But you put once you have all your hopper filled up, you can set how many. You know, so if I have a 20-ounce cup, if I have a 8-ounce cup, whatever it is, you can set that in there, and it'll grind you a fresh cup of coffee or up to a whole. This is a 12-cup carafe, so it'll do a full, you know, carafe or whatever. You put your water in there, and it'll you set the strength that you want, you set the grind that you want, and it'll brew that cup of coffee every time. It's so far so good. You know what I'm saying? Love it. Let me get to some more of these. We got Joey E in here, man. Fish pizza is a crime, you know. Well, a lot of people have put anchovies on their pizza for ages, and with that in mind, in the part of the world where Neri lives, seafood is everything. And they put it on their pizza. And I actually, one of these days, I do intend on going up there. And when I'm up there, I'm going to try me some fish pizza. I forget what kind of fish they put. Tuna. I think it's tuna. They put tuna on pizza. I fully intend on trying it, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna go to Holland and have me some tuna pizza. What say you, man? What would you like? Open a can of tuna and pizza? You know, I mean, how would you go garlic sauce with that or marinara? Or it would yeah, tuna. I love tuna, but yeah, I don't know about I don't know about my pizza. But hey, I'm willing to try it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, if I was in Portugal, there's a dear friend of us. Well, he's more on Mark's show, but actually today, yeah, Mark will be hosting his show later today. But he has a photography show, and I do photography, as you see some of my work in the background. But he talks about, we talk about different things you might have with beer, and of course here in America, it's wings, pizza. You might have different kinds of nuts. You might have pretzels, all these different little, you might have crackers, chips and salsa, chips and guac, chips and, whatever. Right. But, and in the UK, they do similar little snacks with beer, but Portugal is like, yo, how about some snails? Okay, for those that don't know, I don't even eat shelled fish. I love fish, but I won't eat shelled fish. You know why? Because all they are is big bugs. They've got legs like bugs. You look at a lobster and the damn thing's got his antenna up there. And nothing about that looks good to me. It's just big bug meat. It's like they're bugs in the water. You know what I'm saying? I don't see like a roach coming out of the water. And you know how big them, I don't go, yeah, man, why don't we boil that bad boy? And you know what I'm saying? Come on. Yeah, not me, man. I don't eat bugs. So a plate of snails, to me, that's a legitimate bug. Like, I've seen parts in like South America where they literally eat crickets and all these sorts of things. And I'm like, I can't see right now sipping my good Guatemalan coffee with my French toast swirl creamer from International Delight. It's a delight. That's a good plug for them, right? Hey, I can't see doing that. And in the meantime, throwing down some good, I don't know, how would you prepare crickets? A plate of crispy crickets? I don't know. I've seen people do this. I've seen videos on YouTube where people go to Mexico or some place in South and Central America. I don't know where the hell they do it at, but they're like throwing down bugs, man. Crickets seem to be a big one. And I don't know, they do all these different things with garlic. I have no idea. I have no desire to do that. I've met someone that I worked with that said that they have done it, and I'm like, I don't know, man. And it was a girl, a pretty hot girl too. And she was like, yeah, I've ate bugs before. I was in Mexico and bloop. And I was like, I have ate a bug. I twice ate the worm at the bottom of the mezcal tequila. Boom, right? But in my defense, by the time you get to that bad boy, you really don't care, right? You really don't. And I was young enough and all of that, that's all part of that whole thing too. So yeah, it's anybody here ate bugs before? Oof. Neri says calzone cheese and pasta carbonara, man. Yes. I could do all of that. Absolutely. Joey says almost as bad as pineapple. Now that I agree with. I'm willing to try, and I have tried pineapple on pizza many times. That's a crime. If you see, I believe you can call the police. I believe in some parts of America you can legitimately get someone locked up for that. That's just, don't do it. Please. Friends don't let friends put pineapple on pizza. That's a public, we should do a public service announcement for that. Friends don't let friends put pineapple on pizza. It's just, you shouldn't do it. What do you say, Coach? Like pineapple on pizza?
I don't know. We don't fruit the pizza. We don't fruit the beer, but I guess.
Yeah. Just don't. So what kind of coffee you have there? You in the lobby?
Yeah. So it's a let's see. It's a dark roast. I apologize if I break up. My Wi-Fi is not working, so I'm just using my.
Oh, nice. They got a Arabica. Okay, yeah, good enough.
They got a lighter roast.
Yeah, all right.
And then of course we don't want decaf.
Oh yeah, decaf. Sometimes some people have to. I don't balk that. It's just like a lot of people don't, and I do. I'll have black coffee. Just right now, I'm having cream in it.
Right. So. Yeah.
Right on, man.
Nice
that's cool.
Yeah.
And it's good that when right now I am drinking a Guatemalan coffee, medium roast Guatemalan coffee, made a little stronger though. So it's a medium roast. With my coffee maker, you can set different strengths. So
yeah.
I love that about it. This machine is awesome. Neri says that so he's having calzone and cheese and pasta carbonara.
Ooh.
Which, yeah, I ain't got no problems with that. Actually, yesterday, you know what I had for breakfast? For breakfast yesterday, I had chicken fettuccine, chicken linguine or whatever. Yeah, I had that for breakfast. I was like, screw it, man. You know what I'm saying? And it was good. And it was good. Yeah.
Heck yeah.
Like,
nothing wrong with that.
Screw it. You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
I ain't, it's, that's the benefit of being single. You know what I'm saying? Otherwise, you have some other person judging you. You know what I'm saying? What are you eating that for? You need to be having some eggs and rah, rah, rah. I can't have that in the morning. Right? They're always there. They're like, wah, 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 wah. You can't do that in the morning. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Get out of here. Right?
And you're like, oh, yes, I can.
Yes, I can. And watch me. Right? Watch me. Because this is good. Yeah. Right? That's what I'm saying.
Oh, yeah.
And he's washing it down with a Troubadour Magma.
Oh.
Yeah. Neri's living life, man. Carbonara rules. It does. Good. It rules. We got Turner in the house. Joe D. What's up, Turner? How you doing, brother? Neri said I was talking about how seafood is over there in Holland, man. And he said, yeah, seafood for real. Right? Yeah. Yes. And Turner says tuna is best. Yeah, I like tuna. I don't mind tuna. And the metaphor for tuna. I don't mind it. Right. You have to stay here, man. Yeah. So I was talking about one of these days I do want to visit Holland. So Neri's talking about like he's gonna lock me up in his basement or something when I get there. So we'll see. Like that movie The Fan or something. You remember that?
I don't.
Oh, we have Rod J in here, man. Cheers, bro. What up, man?
Hey, Rod.
He says, cheers, coach. Yeah, good to see Rod, man. Absolutely. I'll put another link just in case anybody wants to jump in. You're more than welcome to, man.
So Rod did this really interesting thing about a week ago with one of his buddies, Todd, and his wife. And they played this game. and they're drinking and just answering silly questions. Some of them kind of serious, some of them pretty silly, but it was just a good time, and it was really fun to watch. So
So what was he doing? They were playing a game?
yeah, it's like a question game, like, what if you had to choose between this or that, or just a question game. But they kind of stood up or stayed up late drinking, and it's just fun to watch. I don't know. It was just a cool thing to watch.
Yeah, we could do that.
It doesn't compare to the New Year's shows that you've had in the past. Some of those.
I know. Yeah, I think we talked about it last night too, and I'm definitely not going to be doing all those shows. I might do a GMT. So Greenwich Mean Time. We'll probably do that one. Probably do an East Coast, and then I'll do an Arizona one. So just the three. I think that's good enough. Doing 5 shows is it is fun. It wouldn't take much arm twisting for me to kind of do it, I guess. I'm an idiot, but
no, it's a blast.
It is fun. It's you just get like so amped. You know what? At least I do. I get really like, you know what I'm saying? Let's do it. So it's Oh, look at Rod J's versatile. This guy is versatile, man. Oh, wait a minute. Yeah, we have to go back to so Tom's saying, I'm currently running from the law for fruiting my pizza. Yeah. Good luck to you, man. Because we called the federal marshals on your ass. Like, that's it.
That's right.
This is high crime. All you have to do is report it, and before you know it, FBI, marshals, FBI, everyone's all over your ass, man. Like, yeah, don't fruit the beer, but especially don't fruit the pizza. Pizza is its own food group in the whole world, man. Like, that's what do you call that world organization, man? The NAFTA, not NAFTA, the
Mensa?
No, is it Mensa? The world, the one where they have the thing over there in New York. They have the oh man. Anyway, yeah, that's a crime against like the whole world. Like, like, you're in serious danger, Tom. I don't even know if I comment on here. It's public record now, and you know how big this show is.
Oh yeah. I got to get the hell out of here. She's gonna puppy.
Oh, okay.
Oh, don't be sorry. Don't be sorry. It's okay. No, don't be sorry.
Yeah, Joey says, Tom, just turn yourself in, man. You can't defend that. You just can't. Yeah, Joey's right. Yeah, just Tom, do us all a favor, man. Hey, that's nice. That's a nice view there. Nice trees. And then Rod says, yeah, Merry Christmas as well. Yeah, Merry Christmas to everybody, man. We're literally days away from Christmas. Does everyone celebrate Christmas around the world the same day? Neri, do you have Christmas on Wednesday? Is it Wednesday for you, or is it Thursday? Do some people celebrate it like the 26th instead of the 25th? I'm kind of interested in that. Oh, the fan with De Niro, yeah. That's what that.
Oh, the fan, yeah.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about, that movie. He knew right away the reference, yeah.
Wesley Snipes.
Yeah. It was Wesley Snipes, yeah, and De Niro was the fan. De Niro was great in that role. He was like a baseball fan, right? Wasn't he?
Right, wearing his jersey and showing up at his house, and yeah, okay.
And then Tom laugh out loud. Yeah, Neri, great movie. It is. That's a great movie. And look at Rod J, very versatile here, man. Switched over to YouTube now. I mean, he could, Rod, you just don't know what he's going to do, man. He could go one way and then boom, boom, I'm over here. Boom. He's like a ninja. Rod's the beer ninja. Yeah, he's trained, man. He's got skills. Joey says drinking and playing apples to apples is a good game. Oh, is that what it's called? Apples to apples? Is that a game? Is that a real thing?
I know lots of games. I don't know that one.
Yeah, is that I'm gonna look it up. Oh my God. It's a game. I had no idea, man. This is a first. Wow, I'm a little blown away right now. You have apples to apples. It's a game.
How do we play it?
How do you play? Yeah, here it is. That other people asked the same question. Here it is. Yeah, Mattel apples to apples party box. I never heard of this, man. Can 3 people play apples to apples? Huh. I'm gonna have to look into this. Yeah, I don't want to play anything because even yesterday's show got a copyright flag from Amazon. From YouTube. I can't.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's ridiculous, man. They're like nuking every damn video I put up. It's crazy.
Yeah, that's not cool.
And they say I'm still, I still have a green or whatever, you know. But man, I mean, they're nuking all my videos, man. I don't know what's going on. The question game is: would you rather? Oh, let's see. Would you rather? I guess. You know what? Maybe that would be a funner. Is that a word? A funner thing to do. Like, or maybe in between, you can have. Now, this is something else that came up on yesterday's show. I didn't realize on StreamYard, and Craig brought this up. I didn't realize there was a limit to how many hours a month you could stream. So
I didn't know that either.
I had for free. If you're on the free, if you're pay for it, I do pay for it. But if you're on the free tier, you can only stream 20 hours a month. So I didn't realize.
It sounds like a lot, but really it's not.
No, it's not. So that's 1 hour a day, 5 days, for 5 days a week. You know what I'm saying? So right?
Right. So some of those share beer shows would definitely eat that time up quick.
Oh,
yeah.
Even I mean, we're having typically if there's 4 weeks in a month, that's 4 shows a month. That I don't know if we even make it.
Right.
With those 6-7 hour shows, man. But I gotta admit, them having a timer up here now keeps me more in check. Before, I didn't know how long we were going. If we were having fun, I just kept going.
Right.
But
that's the name of the game, fun. So yeah. I know I enjoy those shows. So
yeah, would you rather, quote, would you rather that game is a conversation or party game that poses a dilemma in the form of a question being, would you rather? Okay. I could see that, man. That could be kind of cool. That could be kind of cool. I could see that.
It was pretty fun to watch because they're progressively getting a little bit more happy as the time went on.
Right, because they're drinking. Yeah.
Right. So it was actually pretty cool to watch. But yeah, so I had a blast.
So Neri says, De Niro was a knife salesman, slick roll. Yeah, I forgot about that. But yeah, he is so good, man. De Niro is one of my absolute favorites as far as actors. And then Rajay, I don't know if I can even show this. He says pineapple on pizza is
That's a Class A felony in Idaho.
Yeah.
True story.
True story. Actually, it's a federal crime. It's like a federal misdemeanor, I believe.
Right.
Like, too much of that. Yeah. Oh, and then Rajay says, yeah, the World Trade Council. Yeah. You do not want to mess around with no. Yeah. At least for me, yeah, don't kids, don't put pineapple on your pizza. It's just not a good idea. You know, if you want to be environmentally conscious and you know, just right, like
Well, every time you put pineapple on a pizza, an angel loses their wings.
yeah, exactly. It's bad for the angels. Yeah. And he says I wouldn't do it all the time, though. Yeah, he's laughing right there. Yeah. And then Neri says, "Yep, Wednesday." Okay, so their Christmas is Wednesday as well. Yeah. So yeah, that's. I was curious about that, you know, because isn't there somewhere? Is it Canada? Or Canada has like Box Day or something. Oh, but that's returning gifts or something, or what? Because their day is like what's Box Day? Isn't there like a Box Day or something?
I have no idea. I apologize. I do not know.
Bag Day or something. Let me look it up.
Yeah.
I think it's Canada. Let me look up Box Day. Boxing Day. Is it Boxing Day? What? Yeah, Thursday, December 26th, Boxing Day. Let me share the screen here. It's Wikipedia's definition. Boxing Day is a holiday celebrating the day after Christmas. So they still do Christmas the same. It originated in the United Kingdom and is celebrated in a number of countries that previously formed part of the British Empire. So yeah, okay. So it's just an additional day. So which I can get behind that. Like, you know, it'd be kind of cool. And if you could get that day off work. So if you could have 3 days off, so Christmas Eve, Christmas, and Boxing Day, yo. I'd be Canadian for that.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I could say a bunch. You know what I'm saying? Right? There's you know, I could do that for another day off. I'm like, dude. Hey, you know, I'm I'm Canadian now, bro. I'm very, I'm patriotic, you know? Rajay said, I think it's all the 25th for Christmas, but obviously the day would change. Yeah. So Christmas here is 2 days. Oh, so Neri says the 25th and 26th. So maybe that is part of what Wiki described as, like, maybe that leads into the 26th, which Boxing Day, you know, maybe that's okay. All right. Hey, I'd be Dutch for that. You know what I'm saying? If I could get the 24th, 25th, 26th off, I'll go dual citizenship for that. I'm like, yo, I am so patriotic now. It's insane. Like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know, I'd almost be I'd go like triple you know, nationalities for that. You know, I'd go Jewish to get Hanukkah off. Is today Hanukkah or was it yesterday?
I'm failing miserably at all these questions.
Yeah, you're failing the what was the game already?
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's why we don't play the game. Hell, I can't even remember the name of the game. And it was a simple name. How did I forget that already? God, it's in here. Oh, would you rather? Yeah. Would you rather? Oh, and apples to apples. Yeah, we're failing the game already. We suck at the game. You know. Hey, don't hate the player, hate the game.
That's right. Boom.
Right? Boom. Yeah. That's all we're doing. We're not hating the players. We're just hating the game.
That's right.
Would you rather hate the player or hate the game? That's what I'm talking about.
Oh man.
Yeah, that, you know, hey, I think, let me look up Hanukkah. I don't even know how to spell Hanukkah. Hanukkah. Hanukkah? Hanukkah 2019. Oh, I need to be Jewish for real. It's Sunday, It begins the sun. Oh, that's right, because it's 7 days. That's why they have the candlestick. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it started Sunday today. So right now, Hanukkah. I don't. Do Jews do that? They don't do that. That's a Catholic thing, right? So
Yeah,
yeah.
that's
So it starts today and ends Monday the 30th.
oh, okay.
So it starts the evening tonight. So it starts tonight and then ends the evening of December 30th.
Well, let's go get our
Oh, 8 days.
yarmulke.
I'm sorry. I thought 7, but it's 8.
8 days. Okay.
The 8-day Jewish celebration known as Hanukkah or Chanukah commemorates the rededication during the 2nd century BC of the Second Temple in Jerusalem, where, according to legend, Jews had risen up against their Greek Syrian oppressors in the, what was that, Maccabean revolt? Boy, that's some deep history right there, son.
I feel like Sanderson needs to be.
He needs to be here in on that. Is that what it is?
Yeah, seems like he always has knowledge like that. Like he knows all about this stuff.
Well, the one that knows about the Jewish thing is Neri, because Neri's wife is Jewish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's part of why I bring it up, because I know that he's got a Jewish connection, you know. So, you know, there is that. Would you rather? Or what's the other game? How did I forget the other game already? Man, I suck at this.
Apples to apples.
Apples to apples. Yeah. So that might or might not be. Yes, 20 hours on the free was added just over a month ago. Oh, okay. So they adjusted that because some people like us were abusing it probably. So I got off the free plan just in time. I screwed it up for everybody else is what happened. Sorry. Sorry, not sorry. Right? Is that what people do now, right?
Are you happy with StreamYard overall?
Oh, are you kidding me? I love it. No, I'm not happy with it at all. I absolutely love StreamYard. Honestly, because the whole time, well, for the majority of the time that we were on Google Plus on YouTube, Google Plus and then YouTube. I think most of us that do these type of shows were begging for, give me a pay. I'll pay. I'll give me this. What StreamYard is doing now. Just give me this, and I'll pay for it gladly. And here I am paying for it. It's a great service. Now, with that in mind, I wish we could add more people, but hey, the pluses and minuses. You know what I'm saying? What are you going to do? So far we're living with 6. He has said that they're considering, they're trying other things, but this is amazing. What they're doing now, the way they've got it done, it's amazing. It really is. I love being able to have the chat in here and just being able to be on Facebook and YouTube at the same time streaming live. You had to go through a lot of hoops before to do that, and I never did. It was just too much of a, oh. But Rod J did. I think Rod did it. I think he was doing that. I never could understand the Rod also uses what does he use to stream? Anyway, whatever he uses is just too complicated. I couldn't get my I almost had the name. I couldn't get my head around it. I have it. Oh, UBI or no? Doggone it.
I'm sure he'll type it in the comments.
Yeah, he'll put it in there. I still have it.
Right.
I'm trying to go through all my stuff right now. It's let me see here. Where is it? Oh, OBS. Yeah, that's what it is.
Oh, okay.
OBS. And it's free. It's open source. But it's great that it has all these options you can do and stuff, but it's too much for me. I can't get my head around it.
Right.
Oh, he says, yeah, the time definitely go fast for sure. Yeah, because you get going on here, and then you're like, before you know it, boom, boom, boom. Oh, and Neri says, yep, Boxing Day. So they do Boxing Day. So it kind of bleeds into, well, it's like when you go to certain countries, do weddings for a week. Like you get married, and it's like, I don't know, days. Like weddings, isn't it like that in the Indian culture? Like East Indian, isn't it?
Well, yeah, because you got to celebrate. It's like a death, really. You got to celebrate it.
Celebrate. Yeah, some cultures, we all do funerals differently, and they do that differently. More food and booze. Yeah. Hey, you know what? I'm down for the 3 days, man. Boom. I am down for an extra day off. If I got to be Canadian or Dutch or, English, however whatever I got to do to get this done, I might have to consider that. Try citizenship there, or at least dual citizenship, yeah, whatever I got to do to get this done. This needs to happen. And what's going on, Neri? Where you at, brother?
I'm in the garden. I'm on my iPhone, so it doesn't work that well. But
yeah,
trying to.
Oh, cool, nice, very nice. Now, is this? Do you call now? See over here. Over here, it would be, front yard and backyard. So is this in the front of your house or in the back of your house? Is this the garden in the front? Do you call the front yard a garden as well?
Sorry, the connection is very bad. I didn't hear you. So
do you call it? I know the garden in the back you call that a garden. Is the yard in the front of your house, is that also a garden? Yeah, I don't think he can hear me still.
Yeah, it's. I'm trying to keep my mic muted because I can hear my crackling, and I know that kind of distorts things. But yeah, I think we lost him a little bit there.
Yeah, we kind of lost him. But he says, yeah, more food and booze. And then he also posted here, I have almost 2 weeks off. Yeah. I gotta be Dutch. He might have a point, but the problem with being Dutch is it's very expensive. Dear God, Holland's an expensive place to live.
Is it?
Yeah, I know that because my stepmom, who's now passed away, was from Holland, and the last years of her life, she went back to Holland, and she died in Holland. So that's the little connection that me and Neri have too. Is that I haven't been there, but just from the way she would talk all the time about Holland, and then once she went back there, she would send me pictures. Just kind of interesting. I always wanted to go there. Yeah, Rod J says 12/22 Hanukkah. So it started today, tonight. I don't know. Is it our evening time? So 6 o'clock is the evening here. It's kind of officially evening. I know the Jewish calendar is different. So I wonder what time. Is it 6? Is it 1800 hours for them or not? I don't know. Yeah, Rod J says StreamYard is doing a good job. But more people would be, more people would be good. More people would get me to probably pay. Yeah, no, I agree. I forget what they did, and maybe it was along that same timeline when they put a limit to the free tier. I remember something was happening, and so I paid. I wasn't paying, but They offered a couple of, oh, this is what it, yeah. They offered to, if you paid for it and they had a limited time, you could pay a certain price. They swore they would never raise the price on you after that. So I went ahead and paid for that kind of lower tier. But that allowed me to stream on both Facebook and YouTube at the same time, I think is what that allowed me to do. Yeah, and then Rajay typed in their OBS. And got OBS broke down now. Yeah. So he does. I love some of the transition he has, and the outros, the intros that he has going. The way those things kind of he does, and he tried to school me and Mark on it, and I got some of it working, but OBS just in general it's kind of quaint to Photoshop. If you've ever used Photoshop, you just open it and you're like, what? It's just too much. Like it does so much that I don't even know where to get started with it. And for some people, their brain works like that, and so they can. For me, my head don't work. You know what I'm saying? It's just At that same token, though, sometimes if people see what I do here behind the scenes, they'd be like, I can't do that either. You know what I'm saying? So,
hey, I got to get going. I'm digging the new mic though, Joe. Shout out to Mandy Robinson, but thanks, man, and cheers, everyone.
Right on, brother. Thanks for jumping in, man. Appreciate you, Coach.
Thanks, Joe.
And with that in mind, yeah, we got Mandy on here. Hey, thanks for jumping in, guys. Appreciate it, man. That's Coach's squeeze right there, man. They're partners. Very good, man. Very good. Delicious coffee. Still have coffee here. So I'm going to pour a little more. Put some of this, what is it? French toast swirl creamer from International Delight. Isn't there an International Delight song? What's that song? Afternoon Delight. Yeah. No. French toast swirl might go good with your afternoon delight. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? Depends on how you do it, you know? Maybe you've been doing it wrong and this needs to be how it's done. Maybe you need to add a little butter flavor and cinnamon flavor to your afternoon delight. That might make it that much better. You're probably doing it wrong. So I'm getting the last little bits of coffee that are in here. Looks like. So this is the absolute. So now at this point, I brewed this. It was about 5, 10, 15 minutes after 8 my time this morning. So now it's 11:22 my time. So we'll see. And this has got creamer in it, so it's cooling it down even more. And this was the last little bits in the carafe, in this stainless steel carafe, double wall insulated and all that. But it's still, you know how when you use something that's even though it's insulated, the less liquid you have in there, you know, it doesn't keep it quite as warm. But this is still warm. Definitely not hot. Definitely not very warm. Just warm now. But that's good. That's not bad. That is solid, man. I like it. Guatemalan blend, medium blend, but brewed slightly to the stronger side. So ground more coffee when it grinds, a little slower drip down the coffee. So pretty cool, man, when you know, depending on how much you get into it. But yeah, we learned a lot here. I learned that Hanukkah is 8 days. I thought it was 7. It's 8. I guess I remembered that candlestick differently. I guess there's 8 on there. 8 candles on the candlestick. I'm not Jewish, so forgive me. But just learned. We looked it up on Google like everybody else. Right? So Forgive me for that. Yeah. But yeah, here's the screen from the Rams. Lost last night, 34-31. Jared Goff, 27 for 46. Threw over 300 yards, though. 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. That was a big one, too. We sacked. Our defense had 6 sacks. Still lost the game. When you have that many sacks, it was like 5 or 6 sacks, wasn't it? Let me see. What the Niners. So Garoppolo had he was 16 for 27, 248 yards, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions, and he was sacked. I don't even know how many. It was 5 or 6 times, and they still won the game. That's all that matters. You come out with the W. That's kind of a testament to your team right there, man. When you can go through all that, and like they were saying on the game last night, they've gone through a lot. They've had a lot of close games at the end. And when you can come out and you win some of those, that's big. That builds your team, man. That just, boom, that just adds to who you are as a team. We can say everything we want to about the Ravens. The Ravens are incredible. As long as Jackson, that's the key. As long as Jackson is healthy, he's the whole effing team. You've got 11 people on each side of the ball. When one person, in basketball, this happens all the time. LeBron James has shown it. He can basically he did it with the Cavaliers. He just elevates the whole team by himself. You can do that in the NBA. When you've got 5 people on each side of the ball, that's the way it works. The NBA, you can have 1 person, 2 people, 3 people is even better. You have 3 superstars, 1 team, as long as they're all healthy, championship at the end of the year. That's the way it works. NFL, 8, you have 11 people. You have 53-man rosters. That is tough. I think you have the NBA have 13-man rosters. That's not as, baseball, definitely. You can't do it in baseball. 1 person can help. 1 pitcher can help. Boy, it's more of a team deal with baseball. You can have 1 good hitter, but, baseball's deep, man. You have to have – so when 1 person can make that much of a difference, and with Jackson, he kind of really does. He's a hell of a quarterback. He's got over 1,000 yards rushing right now, doesn't he? That's insane. The guy is phenomenal. And he elevates both sides of the ball. He elevates their offense, of course, because he's the quarterback, and he elevates their defense because they get all amped up because the offense is so good. But the minute he's not playing, man, that team's in trouble. San Francisco, on the other hand, they're a good team. You know what I'm saying? Each one of their players don't necessarily stand out. Of course, the quarterback's going to get more attention. Garoppolo is getting more attention. But the whole team in general, you've got some great players on defense, but they all come together, man. And I love football. I kind of love to hate on the Niners. I cannot stand the Saints. Don't even get me started on the Saints. But the Saints, then again, I love football. They're a good team. You know what I'm saying? A good team. They have a few good players, don't get me wrong, on offense that stand out. But their defense, boom, they can kind of crush you with that. You look at the Patriots, you want to talk about a team that don't have anybody other than Brady, and even Brady is declining. There they are. They're in it. Once again, you can say whatever you want to. You may not like how they're doing it, but somehow they managed to be there. It's just incredible. I think this has to be one of the worst winning teams they've ever had. And yet, at the end of the day, what do we call them? A winning team. There they are. They're there. They're in the game. They're still in the tournament. The Rams ain't. We're not. We've got tons of talent on both sides of the ball. We're not there. We still got 2 more weeks of the season, but we're not in it. We're out. They are. all these teams I just mentioned, they're in it. They're in the game. Like that's what it's all about right now. Like it's pretty doggone cool, man. So let me see. Boop, 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 boop. Oh, Rajay says, digging the coffee show, by the way, finished mine earlier. I'm about to do some beers, but stacking beer glasses. Otherwise, I jump on. But listening, I have way too many glasses. Rajay's just like me. Me and Rajay are similar in a lot of ways, man. Rajay, and it's because I've taken. This is the time of year that I take a lot of time off. I'm fortunate enough. I've been at my job a long time, and I get time off. So, that's the way it works. So this is that time of year when, the holidays and all that sort of thing. So you kind of maximize your time off. Like I only have to take a couple vacation days here and there. And the next thing you had damn near have the whole month off, right? That's the way it works. But we're very similar. So I finally was able to jump in on one of Rod's shows. He's giving me a hard time for all this time. It's a lot of fun. But he does a phenomenal job. And we're very similar in a lot of ways. We're both big guys. He's on the East, though. He's out there in the East, and he gets all these incredible beer deals. Don't even get me started on that. But to my credit, I can get Rajay deals on vinyl records. Rod's a DJ, or he has DJ in his past, so he likes music as well. He definitely does real good with his shows. Does phenomenal on Instagram. I follow him all the time on Instagram, though. I don't have an opportunity to get in on all his shows. We both collect similar things: records, glasses. I love glasses. He loves glasses. I have cabinets full of glasses over here. And one of these days we'll meet up. We've had parts of our show meet up with him. One of these days we will meet up because I would love to meet Rajay and actually share a beer. It would be phenomenal. Or coffee, it doesn't matter to me. I think Rod has a love of beverages like I do. I'm getting more open to wine. Neri's helped me with that, and his better half, has helped me with that as well, suggesting different wine styles to try. As a beginner, I'm a beginner. I'm now getting open to it, the wine thing. More of a spirits guy. And Mark helps me with the spirits for sure. I have a love of spirits, but I'm not. It's kind of like hockey to me. I love hockey, but I love the Kings, the LA Kings, but I'm not. I don't know all the players. I don't necessarily know all the rules, but I do enjoy watching hockey. You know what I'm saying? It's when hockey's on, I enjoy going to hockey a lot more than I enjoy watching it on TV. I will admit that, because hockey, if you have not been to professional hockey, oh my God, it's insane. It is just the closer to the ice and the center ice. I've been to 2 hockey games in my life. I went to 2 LA Kings games when I was a little younger. Okay. And this will be aging myself for sure. So when the Kings first moved to LA, Gretzky came to LA, and I seen the great one play twice. I sat third row center ice. The only 2 hockey games I've ever been to, third row center ice. It was sick to see the great one play. Third row center ice. It's my only games I've ever been to. Professional hockey. I've seen some other levels of hockey, but professional hockey are my only games I've ever been to. Will never forget it. It was the best thing ever. It was the best thing ever. Even better seats than I have currently. I'm a season ticket holder for the Cardinals, and I've been to now a tremendous amount of NFL games. Hell, just last weekend I was in Dallas watching the Rams lose in Dallas. Oh, oh my God! The Rams. And for those that don't know, that's a Rams blanket and back. I absolutely love the Rams. Kids, don't pineapple your pizza. Don't fruit the pizza. When you get old enough, never fruit your beer. And the Rams are the most important thing in the world. Okay, I'm getting my influence into everybody. and shellfish is sea bugs. They're bugs. Don't eat them. It's disgusting. I don't know. I do have to admit, when I see like recently, I was with some ladies and they were going through some pictures and they were looking at different places to eat. And they seen this seafood place, and it was like these big plates or these big pots of what do you call them? In Louisiana, what they make those little things. Doggone it. And they suck the heads and everything. But they were looking at big pots of this stuff, and I'm like horrified. I'm like, no, that just is disgusting. And they're like, oh my God, look how good that looks. And I'm like, really? If I showed you a big bucket of crickets, would you think that's delicious too? Because that's what that looks like to me. You know what I'm saying? How about a big bucket of roaches, man? You just want to dig in? Yeah, let's boil them up and start. Oh yeah, see, I this is why I love Neri, man. Neri's awesome. Are you gonna do a New Year's Eve show? I will more than likely do the Greenwich Mean Time, so the GMT. I'll do that show, which is kind of nice because then it gives me a break. So for 5 hours? I think Greenwich Mean Time is, if I remember right, it's like 4 or 5 hours ahead of Eastern Time. So I'll do Greenwich Mean Time. He says, yeah, it would be fun. So I'm getting. I wasn't even going to do any. I have to admit, but if I get interest, then I get amped up too for it. If other people get amped up, then I'll get amped up. But I'll do Greenwich Mean Time, Eastern Time, and then Arizona time. So I'll do those 3 shows. And then Rajay says, thanks, bro. Learn from you, man. The OG. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. It's funny too, because in the very beginning of this is when I was just doing beer reviews. In the very beginning of this, for those that don't know, I've been doing this I've been on YouTube now for, I don't know, 11 years, 12 years, something like that. But I got into it by pure accident. I remember posting my first beer review, and just people started liking it. And I was like, what the hell? I didn't even know what I was saying. And it's pretty evident by that first review. I was like, oh, I was like, I'll just talk about it. I don't know what the hell I'm going to learn from you guys. So I learned a lot from doing those reviews, and here we are today. And then when I came up with the idea of doing a live show, and it was hard to do in the beginning, because we didn't have Google Plus or YouTube. I remember when YouTube started, these things were difficult. I got on YouTube pretty quick, but I was on YouTube when people were still trying to figure out how to spell YouTube. I don't know if anybody can remember when YouTube first came out, people wanted to spell it, the letter U too. And they were really annoyed that it was Y-O-U instead of just U, if you remember. It was like iPad. When the iPad was first announced, when Steve Jobs announced the iPad, they were like, iPad? It sounds like a feminine product. And now it's just the iPad, right? But they were like disgusted by the name iPad. They were like, it sounds like I remember these things because I lived it. You know what I'm saying? But thank you, Rod. I appreciate that, man. But here we are, right? Albert, what's up, man? I eat crisp peacocks. Neri says, just don't eat those shell things, man. So yeah. Maybe it's meant for me to be Jewish. Maybe that's what it is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, my grandma, rest her soul, I absolutely loved my grandma. She always swore she was Jewish, and I'm like, yeah, Mom. I used to call my grandma my mom. Yeah, Mom. No, you're not Jewish. No. I promise you, you're not Jewish. Oh man, she used to. My grandma was very, very religious. She was so religious she would swear that she was Jewish. You know what I'm saying? That She always wanted to go to Jerusalem. Maybe I'll have to go to Jerusalem in her behalf one of these days. You know what I'm saying? Oh, crawfish. Yeah. Yeah. Rajay says, I don't mess with those. Yeah. Yeah. And they suck the heads on the crawfish. Yeah. Oh, yeah. No, it's just not going to happen. They're just a bunch of bugs. They have the antennas and they're looking at you. And oh, whew. By the way, I've been into Chinese products lately. You know what, man? Knock everything from China all you want to. And some of the stuff is cheaper that you buy like at Walmart and stuff. When it comes to electronics, Chinese stuff is phenomenal. And this microphone is a Chinese microphone. This is the brand that it is. Fifine, I guess. Is that how you say it? Fifine Technology. Look at the boxing on this stuff. This box is incredible quality. The packaging, everything. This microphone is extremely well made. It's smaller than this mic that I had before that I never used. It's a little smaller. It's just as wide, but it's a little smaller, a little lighter, but it still has that heaviness to it. It's a USB mic, so it's just easier for me to use. And it was like $32, $35, I think, with tax and all that. I ordered. It had really good reviews, and this is what it sounds like. So I've been using that. I'm able now to use my regular Audio Technica. What are these? These are the. Gosh, I've had these headphones for a long time. They're really good headphones. Not the best Audio Technicas you can have, but they're pretty good. I've had these forever. You know what I'm saying? I just haven't. I don't use them on camera a lot, but now I will. They make a good seal around your ear and all that. You know what I'm saying? But so hopefully everyone likes it. But just to, if anybody's interested in doing this sort of thing, and this is super easy. I already had most of this stuff already here, as other people know. I've bought a bunch of gear and I never used it. I've tried to use it a few times. I bought a mixer board and oh my God. And I just, so this is just easier. I plug it in, boom, it works on I use a 27-inch iMac as my main source here for everything. I have some programs in here that if you are on a Mac might help you. I use Loopback to get all anything that you have plugged in via Bluetooth or USB, however you have it plugged into your device, it will see it. And you can map it to it'll do whatever you want audio-wise on your device. It's phenomenal. I love it. And Fargo is my little app that I use to allow me to put in sound effects and all that sort of thing. So, and those are paid apps. I did pay for them, but it was a one-time fee. They were kind of pricey, but I do this a lot, and so I've done it for a long time. So I just went ahead and paid for it. And you know what I'm saying? You get that over with. And so they keep updating probably every 2-3 weeks. It seems like there's another update. So they keep it up to date security wise. And, if something new comes out, they'll have an update and keep those things updated and integrated. So that's how I do these sort of things. Right now, I don't have both those programs open, but when I do my main show, I do. So that's how we're able to put in all the sound effects and everything on my end. Rod uses OBS, and OBS is a phenomenal. It's some great software. I just can't figure out how to use it. It just with my brain. And there's some paid parts of some paid plugins and stuff that help make stuff work the way you want it to work, but OBS is really powerful software in and of itself. It's a great product as well. So different ways of getting the same thing done. If you check out Rod's show, he has things a lot more polished than I do. Which is great. Let me see. Neri says, you have to convert. Yeah. So I'm gonna have to. I'm gonna have to go Jewish, right? There's a. Did I hear? I think there was like wasn't, and it's been years, but I'm trying to remember where I heard there was actually a lot of black Jews that converted, and so I'm trying to think of where I heard that at, and there was actually a lot of black Jews. Was who's isn't there a famous black Jew? Someone that was kind of famous that yeah, Rod J says we can always chat if you want to learn more on OBA. Yeah. Rod's tried. He's tried to school me on it, and he's done a good job, but my head just doesn't. It starts to sound like the teacher on Charlie Brown. I'm like, oh my God, I can't process this. Yeah, it just starts to hurt my head. But thank you to everyone that tunes into these things. Oh, yeah, you're right. Sammy Davis was Jewish. That's who it was. Yeah, it was Sammy Davis Jr. Yeah. Yeah, Sammy Davis Jr. That's right. Yep, he was the one. I'm like, God, I knew there was someone, a black man that was famous and he was Jewish. Let me type in yeah, okay. Yeah, here we are. Yeah, because let me see here. Oh, yeah, Neri says there are Ethiopia. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah. I thought I had heard that there's. Oh, Rod Carew is Jewish? I didn't know that. So Rod says he converted as well as Rod Carew. Rod Carew is if there's probably people that don't know who Rod Carew, did he play for the Twins? Rod Carew, who did he play for? Was it the Phillies or the Candyman? Yeah. Oh, the Candyman. Yeah. Oh, yeah. So it says right here, Davis, who was born to a Catholic mother and Baptist father, began studying the history of Jews. He converted to Judaism several years later in 1961. Interesting. And so he was 64 when he died in 1990. May 16th, 1990, he died. And he was 64. That's actually quite young. But man, Sammy Davis had one hell of a life. He was part of the Rat Pack. And he took a lot of abuse for quite a few years. But still, he was part of that Rat Pack. And dear God, those guys had an amazing life. But yeah, Ethiopia, that's how I remember. Now, that small time that I was in Germany, I lived in Germany. Of course, I was in the service, and I lived there for a year like a lot of the other servicemen did. And during that time, I know you hear a lot about Americans dating or going out with, doing their thing with lots of German women. I happened to run into a lot of African women, and so I dated a lot of Ethiopian women that were incredibly gorgeous. Some of my friends swore that I was going to marry some of these women. They were like, "Oh, you're taking her home. She's in love with you." All this stuff. I remember that happening, but that's where I got the Jewish thing from. I remember that. I remember. That's where I heard it was from the Ethiopians. So I learned little things about their culture from those women that I dated. Through injection, I learned African culture. I mean, I don't, so it was fun, He converted as well as Ralph. Yeah, the Candyman. Yeah. I need to look up Rod Carew. I wanna. Let me see. Let me look up. Man, I haven't thought about Rod Carew in a long time. Yeah. Oh, I didn't know his middle name was Klein. Rodney Klein Carew is a former Major League Baseball first baseman, second baseman, and coach of of Panamanian descent. I didn't realize he was from Panama. He played from 1967 to 1985 for the Minnesota Twins. Yeah, I had that right. And the California Angels. And he was elected to the All-Star game every season except his last. Now, he lived to 74, which is nowadays, I guess a lot of people, pass on in their 70s, but it seems like nowadays, man, people make it to their late 80s. Like even 74 nowadays is young, to pass away, unless he had cancer or something like that. It seems like it's pretty common for people to make it to 85, 86, and then they consider you having, quite a nice life. 74 still seems quite young nowadays, doesn't it? I know people at 74, and Jesus, I mean, I was just talking to a guy, and he was a runner, and I wish I could run like he could. You know what I'm saying? I mean, the guy I can't run. I get really bad shin splints. I can run on a treadmill, but to run outside on concrete or something like that, or on asphalt, any of those hard surfaces, it just will kill my shins. And so when Mark's a runner. If anybody don't know, Mark runs a lot. He exercises quite a bit. And he actually made a book on exercising and drinking beer. He actually has a book on Amazon. I think he still has it on there, and you can buy it. But yeah, I see people run, and I just think it's amazing. I think it's so beautiful to watch people run, because I can't do it. I can, but eventually I can't. You know what I'm saying? So it's in this man, he was 73 or 74, and he was. I was like, damn, that's impressive. So yeah, it's pretty amazing to me when people can do that. But yeah, that's good to know about Rod Carew, man. That's funny that I was able to pull that out of my behind there. I couldn't. Sometimes I'll remember these weird things, and I couldn't do it any other time, but sometimes I get lucky. Oh, we have James in here. Drink only malt liquor. Carhartt for the W. Yeah, you bet, man. Hey, Carhartt. I have wore Carhartt for ages. Actually, if for me, Carhartt was recommended. In the early days of me, I'm a union guy, and so I'm a Teamster. And so in the early days of, and my dad retired as a Teamster. So I was born into unionhood, if you will. The majority of the working class of my family on one side, on my Italian, I'm part Italian. The Italian side of my family is union, quite a few of them. And so I've been raised in this, union culture. And so, but in the early days, they would put out a list of other union companies to use. And Carhartt used to be union. And so that's why I started wearing them. And then over the years, they've lost some of their membership, or the majority of it. And so I used to wear a lot of Carhartt and a lot of Red Wings. Red Wing shoes. Even though these things were expensive, I used to wear them. Union supports union. That's the way it used to work. It's not that way anymore, but That's the way it used to work. And so, yeah, Carhartt. But now this is a Carhartt shirt that was made in Lord knows where, Indonesia or Madagascar. Lord knows where it's, but I still like the shirts. I still have Carhartt jackets that I don't need anymore because I live in Arizona. I live in Phoenix. So, it's funny because when I went to Dallas last weekend, I packed a jacket because I have family there and they were telling me, hey, it's cold here, so okay. And I have a coat closet. So I went in there, I got my jacket, and there happened to be a receipt in the jacket. I was like, God, I can't even remember the last time I even put this on. And there was a receipt in the jacket from the last time I wore that jacket. And you know when that was? It was like December of 2016. And I took the jacket to Dallas with me, and I literally only put it on. I only had to wear it for about a half hour the day I left Dallas. That morning that I left, or that evening, I'm sorry, that when I left, I wore it for about a half hour, and that was it. So I still have only wore it for a half hour in the last 3 years. That's the way it is living in Phoenix. James says, yeah, laugh out loud. Good stuff. He says, we have other things to do. Yeah. And Bloody Malt says, malt liquor. We're getting malt liquor all of a sudden, man. And, we can malt liquor a coffee show, but it's a morning coffee show. I know that in the hell, it's 12 noon here, 4 minutes away from being noon time here. So yeah, it's past coffee. I started the coffee show late, so it's past coffee time, especially on the East Coast of America. It's 2 in the afternoon. That's when the malt liquor gets going. Football's already going right now, right? Who's the early games right now? Let me see. Hard to keep track of right now because you have those Saturday games, and then you have it's okay. So you have Steelers, Jets playing right now. Wow, the Jets are ahead right now. It's 10-0. Second quarter. Steelers haven't scored. Well, it's a 10-0 Jets in that game. You have the Saints and the Titans playing right now. They're in the second quarter, 14-3. Titans in that game. Panthers, Colts are playing right now. You have the Colts ahead, 14-3. They're in the second quarter as well. Dolphins, Bengals, 14-3. Dolphins in that game. Their Dolphins have the ball, looks like 4th and 4 at the Miami 31. Browns and Ravens. Hey, that's a game I want to watch. Browns are ahead right now, 6-0. And they're in the second quarter. And then you have Falcons, Jaguars, 14-3 in the second quarter. That Baltimore Browns game I would like to watch because this is their second matchup, right? In the first one, the Browns won. One of those losses the Ravens have was to the Browns, which is shocking after seeing how their season has panned out. So there are already, looks like 10 minutes is what I'm showing left in the second quarter. 2nd and 5 on the Baltimore 29, and the Ravens have the ball right now. That's what I'm looking at. So Bloody Malt says, click Joe's link, Montana. Be the first malt guy to join him. Laugh out loud. Talk football. Yeah, you could talk football, man. I'm willing to do that for a little bit. We have James on here saying go Ravens. So he's obviously a Ravens fan. And it's, you know what? Ravens have had some incredibly good defensive teams. And it's good to see the Ravens have some offensive, a good offensive team. I've I'm not a Ravens fan, but I love football, and I don't hate the Ravens though. So I've admired them, from afar. Being a diehard Rams fan, I still love the game, and so the Ravens are a team that I keep an eye on. The AFC, the Steelers are another team I'll keep an eye on. The AFC, I kind of like to watch the Colts as well. I do admit that I like to watch the Colts. I think these are teams that I like to keep an eye on, see how they're doing when I'm checking around the league to see how other teams are doing. The Raiders are another team I like to watch. Of course, I watch the Cardinals because I have Cardinals season tickets, mostly because we're in the same division and the Rams come here once a year. So I get to see the Rams every year no matter what. So even if I don't travel to see the Rams, I still get to see the Rams every year. And then I sell quite a few of my tickets too. But it's still fun to go to games. So sometimes when it works out, maybe the Rams played a Monday nighter or the Rams will play a Thursday nighter. So I'll go to whatever game the Cardinals have here, and it's still fun to watch. NFL is, I just love the game. It's so much fun to go to ball games. And Dallas Stadium, by the way, I was extremely impressed with that stadium. It is a hell of a place to watch a game. It really is. So I'll show you what I'm looking at with the scores around the league right now. This is Google's. It's where else do you go but Google to see all this stuff? So here's the games. Boy, this thing keeps. Oh, it's going all the way back, right? What's it doing here? Where am I at? Week 16 to 17. Here we go. So here's the games that are going. I think I was doing better on this page. Yeah. So we're doing better on this page. So now you can see. So the Steelers still, Jets are ahead 10-0 on Steelers. You got Titans still ahead 14-3 with the Saints. That game's in Tennessee. And it looks like the Saints have the ball in that one. You've got the Colts and the Panthers. Colts still ahead, 14-3. Dolphins still ahead of the Bengals, 14-3. Same score. Looks like everybody's in the second quarter. Ravens, Browns. Browns now have the ball, looks like. Ravens are still scoreless, but it looks like the Browns, in order to have 6, you either got a touchdown and you didn't convert the extra point, or you got 2 field goals. So one way or another, the Ravens defense has still been pretty good in order to keep the Browns at 2 field goals, or in order to just keep them at 1 touchdown and no conversion. So either way, that's still good for the Ravens. If you're a Ravens fan, you're still okay with that. Like maybe not extremely good, you know what I'm saying, but still okay. Let's click on that game here. See what the Jackson's 4 for 8, 22 yards. No interceptions, no touchdowns, of course, because they're scoreless. Ingram is 4 carries for 39 yards right now. And you have to include Jackson on the rushing yards. So he's got 5 carries for 26 yards. And Gus Edwards 2 for 13. Right now, right now you'd have to say something for the Browns defense, man. Keeping Andrews 2 for 9. Edwards is 1 for 7. Brown is 1 for 6. Yeah, wow. They're really putting it to him. No sacks for the defense, no interceptions. So you're still, midway through the second quarter. So I would assume there's going to be punting is, 1 for 60. So they've had 1 punt for 60 yards. Pretty average punt there. See what the Browns have done here. You've got Mayfield. He's 9 for 12, 68 yards, 1 touchdown. So they had a touchdown and didn't convert. So the Ravens defense is still doing a good job keeping them to 1 touchdown. Chubb, Chubb's actually a pretty decent running back, isn't he? 6 for 8. So that says something to keep Chubb, at 6 carries for 8 yards. That's not good. An average of 1.3 yards per carry right now. That's not good. Mayfield, 1 run for 4 yards. He's not known for running. He is known, but he kind of runs to get out of trouble more so than Jackson. Kind of, that's his thing, is rushing the ball. Kareem Hunt, 1 for 2. So that says something right there. You've got Hunt and Chubb at 10 yards running for a total of 7 carries. That says something right there, man. Beckham's 1 for 22. And what is that? Landry, 4 for 24. Okay. It's still, early. You would, assume these teams are going to go in the locker room at the half. So you're 8 minutes left in the second quarter. So there's tons of football left in that game. I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that one. I love the NFL. I love the game. You know what I'm saying? It's fun to keep an eye on it. You know what I'm saying? James says, I'm good. I'm watching the games with my brothers, right? The Browns missed a field goal. Yeah. So they missed that extra point because Mayfield has a touchdown pass. So thumbs up, big guy. Yeah. So hey, getting a thumbs up from the Malt crew is okay. That's about all I can ask for. We're out of here, guys. Enjoy your football, man. Thanks to everyone that jumped in, watched for this long. Hour and a half is long enough, man. Enjoy your beverages, man. We'll see you guys. Peace out.